Don't blink, it's your Wayne. Welcome to the Computer Show. You're doing well because having a wonderful day on this 1st July 25. Happy end of the day to everybody. Today, we are talking about. What are we talking about? We got two choices: Kingdom Hearts, Gundam. You know what? Let's go with Kingdom Hearts. Yesterday, I made a video about why did Kingdom Hearts betray me, and how much I felt like there was a good series that really betrayed me. But I haven't talked about why I love the series so much. First of all, Kingdom Hearts was a really good game. First of all, the mechanics, the action RPG was really cool. It was really fluid, which is great. The series, the story behind it, complex but great. Talk about the first game, talk about the second game, really cool. Development of characters. We have people from Final Fantasy, which has their prerequisite the way they were talking, right? Or for example, Final Fantasy with the Walt Disney characters. There was a lot of missed opportunities. For example, Cloud, which was in the Coliseum. We don't see Cloud interact one time with. We don't see him interact one time with the Walt Disney characters. However, seeing both, and it was kind of nice because you're just stranger in this world. But there's also stranger. For example, I want to take a other Coliseum. I want to take Ventus and Bird by Sleep. And you're coming in, and the guy that you have to allies with is Zack, a soldier. So on one hand you have Hercule, on the other hand you have Zack, which is perfect. Kingdom Hearts was also one of my first really in-depth RPG. I wanted to know the story. I wanted to know what was up. I wanted to know why these people were acting the way they were acting, which I never had before. I never felt before. I never felt the need to deep dive in a game as much as I did with Kingdom Hearts, which means that it was interesting. Then that we have the nobodies, the hurtless, the whole thing. The fact that it was a story of friendship. For example, Riku, who chose to be behind. Riku, who think that Sora betrayed him, but no, it was only manipulated. Sora, Donald, and Goofy. And to me, there was never a plot. My very first big plot. Okay, so this is complex. My very first game that I loved that much was Ocarina of Time, but I was too young to appreciate Ocarina of Time. So my very first big what the fuck moment was in Hollow Bastion when Goofy and Donald leave Sora. They leave you. We have to follow the Keyblade Master, which in this world was Riku. And then at the end, Goofy and Donald decide, yo, is this our friend? You're not gonna kill our friend. You're not gonna hurt our friends. And again, it was a different world. So, for example, in the first one, you got the Heartless and how much of a problem they are. The second one, which was the Castle of Oblivion, you're losing all your memories. And you lose all your memories, which one do you want to keep the most? The phone is too hot. The phone is way too hot. Which is normal. When we finish this video, I'm gonna go in. Yeah. I'm gonna charge the phone a little bit because we have a show in about 40 minutes. But it was also, it's also so much more than that. It was so much more than that. In which way? Well, super simple. With the Organization 13, it was one of my favorite things. The nobody that only wanted to have a heart. But then there was a person behind them who was controlling. The story was so good. It was just so good. It was so complex. For example, Riku, within Darby, is still protecting his friend. Riku goes after Roxas because he thinks that Roxas stole the identity of Sora. It was how King Mickey led the castle, but also made a journey about himself. With Aqua, Terra, and Ventus. Terra being brash and not understanding that he was behind a lot of the trouble. Ventus following Terra and wondering why is he doing that, and Aqua having to fix their problem. The story of Roxas and Axel. So many good characters. It was just unbelievable. Then at the same time, it was a world, and I talked about this before, yesterday. You could go into a world, and it was a very small level, but one of the places that really, really, really fucked me up was in the first game, Maple Cookies, kind of the day, was the Tarzan world from Kingdom Hearts 1. Because your gummy chip is broken, and you have to go there. You have to finish the level before you can leave, At the same time, you did the exact same thing in Ocarina of Time. When you first transform into an adult, until you can transform back into an adult, into a kid, So you finish this temple. Kingdom Hearts was so beautiful. Different keyblade, different spell. It was my very first RPG. See, it was tougher because, like a game like the first RPG that I played was Final Fantasy IV. Final Fantasy IV was a tough game because your party constantly changed. My first playthrough I gave it up. Second playthrough I only strengthened Cecil. So I think I had Cecil. I was the strongest, you know? Yeah. Kingdom Hearts was just some feel-good moments. The song. The emotional moments. Man, there's not a better ending than Kingdom Hearts 1. But also, the intro is important, the first impression is important. The very first Kingdom Hearts I played was Destiny Island. Destiny Island doesn't feel real. There's a cave, and when you go to that cave, you're being told like, yo, the worlds are connected. There's darkness there. The fact that you have 4 people on the island, you can fight them all. To a race, between you and Riku. The fact that the whole plan of the first island is to leave this island. And then, you end up in Twilight Town. Man, so many good memories, such a good game. The reason why I was so mad at Kingdom Hearts was because I loved Kingdom Hearts so much. And if you don't care enough about something to get mad at, you didn't like it in the first place. Anyway, love you guys, take it easy. Peace.